Ninja Kamui, directed by Jujutsu Kaisen director Sunghoo Park, is everything I hoped for and more. Every anime ever decided to go a bit mental this week. A legendary animator will participate on Solo Leveling, and the studio behind Naruto and Black Clover is producing a McDonald's anime. Welcome back to another episode of This Week in Anime. It's definitely a weekly series, I promise.
Fight back! Fight back!
Solo Leveling Episode 7 was fantastic. As always, they expanded upon the source material and did the action scenes justice for the most part. The compositing/color design throughout the second half was unreal. It relied on shades of orange unlike the first 6 blue-heavy episodes. No more blue leveling, boys. As per usual, the monsters were hand-drawn, which is ridiculously impressive. Some of these drawings were insane. The next episode will be delayed, but that has nothing to do with the production as far as I know. Shangri La Frontier came through with a brilliant episode. I'm referring to episode 18, not 19. This is definitely a weekly series, by the way. The episode was directed and storyboarded by Hironori Tanaka, and for the 18th episode of a non-high-profile show, it looked incredible. The staff wasn't that well equipped to handle an action-heavy episode this late into the production, one with 2D mechs no less. As a result, Tanaka's influence/directorial corrections did the heavy lifting. It's also worth noting that Tanaka was not credited as an animation director, but his influence was present throughout. The episode featured some incredibly detailed drawings and a fair few ambitious cuts, although some of them lacked execution. Overall, it was an amazing episode. It was a lot better than what I had expected, but that's Tanaka for you. Frieren continued to deliver on the action front. I have talked about the show and the overall production philosophies behind it. Koki Fujimoto animated the highlight, and he's too good. Look at the background animation. There's a reason why he managed to animate some of the best looking scenes from the Chainsaw Man anime, despite the large amount of talent involved with that show. He is exceptionally good. Bucchigiri episode 6 looked amazing as well. Every episode so far has looked good, but this one was a cut above the rest. Toshiyuki Sato animated over 1 minute of quote-unquote Sakuga. His work included both character acting and action. Such a fun, action-packed episode. Almost makes you forget about the production issues that come with your standard MAPPA project. The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil episode 6 was an unlikely source of good-looking action animation. Most of the action, around 2.5 minutes of it, was presumably animated by Ryota Tamura, and his simplistic yet competent animation was a joy to watch. I can't say I care all that much about this show, but this episode was definitely worth talking about. And finally, we have Ninja Kamui. And for those of you wondering, yes, I will make a video about it. I'm just waiting for a few more episodes to pile up. Park's action is so appealing and energetic, it never disappoints. Also, guess who storyboarded both the episodes and animated 95% of the action? Yup. Park is essentially a one-man studio as far as animation is concerned. One thing I did not expect was Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 character designer Sayaka Koiso's participation. Again, I'll talk more about the visuals soon. Plot-wise, it's a typical revenge story, and you know what? That's fine. As an animation nerd, I don't mind shows that exist purely to showcase the visuals. In fact, I wish we had more of those, although the story might pick up at some point. The second episode featured that iconic eye flare and a rap soundtrack, which sounded like someone doing their best early 2000s Eminem impression. Park Bros, we are so back. Also, it's weird how the show is ghosted, despite the involvement of Western companies. Regardless, it's definitely worth checking out if you are a fellow Sunghoo Park action enjoyer.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
There's a McDonald's anime. No, not you. Not much is known at the moment, besides the fact that the studio behind it is Pierrot of Naruto, Bleach, Tokyo Ghoul and Black Clover fame. And I have to ask, why? Who asked for this? I'm not offended, I'm simply curious. Why? This won't be the first time McDonald's has ventured into the medium of anime, but dedicating an entire project to a fast food corporation seems bizarre. Surely this won't be an in-depth look at the fast food industry, nor will it be a show about a reverse isekai demon lord. I'm fascinated, and not in a good way. Look back, a manga written by Chainsaw Man mangaka Tatsuki Fujimoto will receive an anime adaptation. The movie will be directed by Chainsaw Man devil designer Kiyotaka Oshiyama. I don't have much to add. I have talked about the possible influence this project might have on the upcoming Chainsaw Man movie. I haven't read the look back manga, but I have heard good things about it, so I'm looking forward to it. What's next? Oh, Solo Leveling animation producer Atsushi Kaneko confirmed the participation of a major name. Tetsuya Takeuchi, a phenomenal animator with an incredible talent for hand-to-hand combat, will work on Solo Leveling, which isn't exactly a surprise, as he has worked with producer Kaneko before on multiple occasions. Really excited to see what he cooks up, although I'm not sure if he'll work on this score. What else? Failure Frame is receiving an anime adaptation, because of course it is. It's a mediocre light novel and the adaptation looks alright. So yay! Amazing content, isn't it? This is what you guys clicked on. Like and subscribe, boys. Like and subscribe if you want more amazing content. Like, move on to the next section, this is going nowhere.
I'll come out of my house and I'll break your fucking legs!
So I couldn't watch or read much this week. I was busy with stuff, but I did continue with my read manga because I'm out of interesting anime to watch campaign. I read a good few chapters of Aoashi and it's really solid. The pacing in any sports manga can be a hit or miss, and this one is no exception, but it's far from bad. It genuinely hypes me up when it tries to. The protagonist actually accomplishes stuff which is rare. While it does fall victim to a few sports media cliches, it's a fun read overall. I read a few chapters of the Hitman manga. It's like Bakuman, but instead of following the manga author, we follow the editor, which is a fascinating concept. Also, the protagonist is literally me. The mangaka, Koji Seo, also wrote Goddess Cafe Terrace, which is a series I talked about in a previous episode of This Week in Anime. You've seen it, haven't you, dear subscriber? You keep up with the This Week in Anime series, don't you? There's a playlist for it in case you don't. Check it out. I started reading Rikudo. It's a boxing manga with a surprisingly dark start. The story does feel too one note, but I haven't read past chapter 35, so it might be a bit too early to judge. The first few chapters were extremely morose, which did help establish the tone. It's far from a hopeful story about a youthful young man making it in the sport of boxing. It's about people whose backs have hit the wall and they simply have no other way to survive. It is good. I'd recommend it. And that just about does it. Not much happened this week. That's my expert commentary. That's about it. Liked the video? Check out this other bit of content on screen. Like and subscribe, and until next time.